As I made mention before, this is a year of man. We are officially in the year 2026. It is a year of building, it is a year of creating, it is a year to make things happen. Remember Acts 2 at the time of the apostles? Acts 2, they were making things happen. Jesus said, go to Jerusalem and wait for me there. I will send you the comforter. This is the time we prepare the way for the Lord to send the new wave that He is sending this year. There is a wave that is coming, and we must be in a place where we can receive it. This is the time, if you were not praying, this is the time to pray. This is the time to intercede. This is the time to minister to the Lord. This is the time you must spend time in the secret places with God so you can get instructions on what to do next. This is something, I'm just coming out of a fast, and this is the time you make things happen. This is the time you make things happen. If there is any other year you could make something happen, this is the year of men. This is the time you make things happen. This year is very critical. It sets the tone for the next 3 years. It sets the tone for the next 3 years of what's going to happen, on how God is going to elevate you, almost as if like you're going to go from glory to glory. But this year is significant because it's this year is the perfect year to start everything, because there are going to be less pushback. uh what I mean by that is that the spiritual world is open. At the time of the apostles, I'm going back to that again, they were able to move in power. Even in Acts 4, God, Peter's like, we need more power, Lord. Reach your hands down so you could heal your people. And God increased them in more power and more faith and more strength. This is the year that we are living in, the year of men, the year we make things happen. And this week I was talking to the Lord, and He even gave me a dream where something was taken from me, and I received it at the very last day of my fast. And that opened the way for me. There's so many different things that are happening. Today's the first. There's so many things that are coming. I have so many things that I'm gonna be doing, and that is already set for me to do, and all that. If all that needs to happen any other year, but this year is the year for it. If I want to weave the harvest in the next 3 years, not that there will not be any harvest that's going to be harvested this year. My God, if you are a Christian, the last 3 years has been hell on earth. When you came out of 2023, you said 2024 is going to be the best year, and you find out that you got knocked over, picked up, and now you living 2024. You're like, 2025 is going to be epic. It's going to be the year of, it's the number 5, so it's the year of grace. Did we forget that there's suffering that comes with grace? Sometimes you are suffering, but His grace is still with you. You still have His grace. You still have grace. What am I saying? The last 3 years has been hell for a lot of us. 2026 is the year for you to make something happen. This is the year, if you've never seen miracles happen, this is the year to see miracles happen. If you've never seen God in any way possible on a higher level, this is the year to experience it. He is available to you. He's available to me. There will be less resistance this year. It's going to also be like at the time of Elijah. There were a lot of attacks, but they were just noise that was being made, noise. But their gods were dead. Their gods were sleeping, not dead, but yeah, well, dead. Their gods were sleeping, but your dad never sleeps. This is the year we are in. Don't look at all the talks, all the things people are saying. Look in the mirror and remember who you are. You are a child of God. You have the power to call down fire from heaven, but you're not going to do that because Jesus didn't come to do that. But you can declare for the rain to come. For the rain to come. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. So just open your mouth and declare something, and then the Lord, ask, and you shall receive. You ask for it and he'll give it to you. As long as you believe it with all your heart, you just ask. When you're asking your Father something, you're not thinking about you not believing, because you want that. Lord, I want that. And you receive. And if you're in trouble, you cry out to God and he'll show up. That's the year that we are living in, the year of taking dominion. It's the word I received for the year, taking dominion. I want to go to Matthew chapter 14, verse 14. I'm going to start. And Jesus went forth and saw a great multitude and was moved with compassion toward them, and he healed their sick. And when it was evening, his disciples came to him, saying, This is a desert place. The time is now past. Send the multitude away, for they may go into the village and buy themselves victuals. 16. But Jesus said unto them, They did not depart. Give them to eat. And they say unto them, We have here but 5 loaves and 2 fish. And he said, Bring them hither to me. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looked upon heaven. He blessed and brake and gave the loaves to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitude, and the disciples to the multitudes. And they did eat all, and they were filled, and they took up of the fragments of the remnant 12 basketful. And they that had eaten were about 5,000 men, beside women and children. God fed the 5,000 with only 5 loaves and 2 fishes. The harvest is white. It is ready. It is ready. The field is white. It is ready to be harvested. It is fully white. It is fully prepared. The grains are ready to be picked. The multitude of people out there, we need to go get them. Okay, I want to go down to read Matthew 15, and I want to start at verse 32. Then Jesus called his disciples unto him and said, I have compassion on the multitude, because they continue with me now 3 days, and they have nothing to eat. I will not send them away fasting, lest they faint in the way. And his disciples say unto him, When shall we have so much bread in the wilderness as to fill so great of a multitude? What's wrong with this favor? They just fed the 5,000. Okay, so verse 34. And Jesus said unto them, How many loaves have he? And they said, 7, and a few little fish. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the ground. And he took the 7 loaves and the fishes, and give thanks, and break them, and give to the disciples to the multitude. And they did eat, and they did all eat, and were filled. And they took up the broken meat that was left 7 baskets full. And they that eat were 4,000 men, beside women and children. God fed the 5,000, and then he fed the 4,000. I don't know how the disciples just forget that God just did that. It was just, it was only the chapter before that. How quick do we forget the miracles God do in our lives? God does the miracle, you're like, oh, next one, please. Did you just recognize what God just did? Can we just sit on this for now? Can we just sit on this great miracle that God just performed? Can we just sit on this right now and just really take it in? Because there's another miracle that is coming. Would we remember the miracle he did before? Or would we grieve God and not believe. Without faith, it's impossible to please him. He was frustrated with them the majority of the time. But with love. If you must know what's going to happen this year, this is the year that is presented to you. And it's in your hands to do what you want with it. There were the 70s. There were many people that were with Jesus. Some stuck around and some didn't. Some believed in him, some didn't believe in him after a while. Even his own didn't believe him. There were some that believed and there were some that didn't believe. But this is the year that is given to you to take dominion. Whether it's in a business, take dominion. Whether it's in a job, take dominion. Whether it's in the field, take dominion. Whether it's to travel the world, take dominion. Speak things that are not as though they were. Declare things and see them come to pass. Walk into a place and say, this is my building. And see within days' time, weeks' time, possibly months' time, you're holding the keys. This is the year that you are living in. Like I said, this year set the tones for the next 3 years. Is going to be powerful in this land. Is going to be powerful. This is why the last 3 years were treacherous. The last 3 years were terrible years. Terrible years. Thank God I'm alive. You know, that's something I'm grateful about. They were very, very hard years. For some of us Christians, they were very hard years. Very, very hard years. We survived it. We got through 2023. We got through 2024. We got through 2025. We made it to 2026. Can you imagine the life of Mary, how Mary and Joseph, what they went through the first 3 years? Jesus is born and now they're trying to, King Herod trying to kill the child. And they had to leave the country, go to another country to come back because they were trying to protect the child. What you've been doing for the last 3 years, you've been protecting what God birthed through you. It was so heavy. There were times you had to hide. There were times you cried. Many times you cried. Because the baby was so heavy. And then the responsibility of holding the baby that is so foreign, a baby you've never held before, a gift that is given to you never thought you could receive, and now is in your hands. And because of that very gift, the enemy is trying to take your life for it. But you made it to this point. And God is saying, take dominion. Take dominion over the land. Take dominion over the land. Take it by force. Take dominion. Take dominion. No more hindrance like it has been the last 3 years. It's going to be much easier this time. It was much easier for the disciples once the Holy Spirit had fallen. This is why we must spend time in prayer. Pray, go. The disciples spent time where? In prayer. And then they went and faced the world. What did they do? They took dominion. The power of God fell. The dead was risen. The sick healed. The oppressed was set free.